Okay, so basically what we are and how drones defined by our Edall systems. We are dynamically remotely operated navigators of Edall systems. It's a funny acronym we are giving ourselves. And who are we? That we are ISO 9001 2015 certified leading company in the India in the drones manufacturing and services. Our motto is to become major product development company in the field of aerospace in India to support and develop aerospace products in India. We have founded in 2012, and we are manufacturing products and giving services also in the drones across India. There are many clients like from ISRO to DRDO, Microsoft to HAL and Tata, Indian Railways and Indian Air Force. We have developed our own UAVs. Currently, last year onwards, we are having DGCA approved White Hawk drone also, and we have done manufacturing of composite parts, autopilot and embedded systems. And we have our own Spidex drone also, and this is a gimbal development. Our previously designed drones, I would like to show you that this is a 3-meter wingspan UAV, and this is 1.5 meters wingspan UAV. Micro UAVs, 15 kg vertical takeoff landing UAVs, then 10 kg payload drone. It is lifting pesticides for agriculture, then Ghatak for ADA, Aeronautical Development Agency drone, bigger wing UAVs. Then this is the hexacopter for Center of Artificial Intelligence and Robotics branch of DRDO Bangalore. This is hexacopter for fuse testing in ARDE Bangalore, swarm testing for ADE, and White Hawk. This is a DGCA approved drone I just talked before. We have services in the design and development as well as industrial inspection services, also and mapping, engineering services and manpower consulting also. So yes, we are always this is the talk of the town now. What is the drone? Always, right? So I would like to literally define that word by word so you will have a more clarity. It is a powered aerial vehicle that does not carry a human operator. Basically, it uses aerodynamic forces to provide the vehicle lift, can fly autonomously or by piloted remotely, can be expendable or recoverable. These things, expendable and recoverable, I will show in the future slide. And it can be lethal and non-lethal payload also it can have. Okay, so the common layman term is drone for the UAV. Right, and the official, there are many names, so no need to get confused. Sometimes it is called unmanned aerial vehicle, uncrewed aerial vehicle, remotely piloted aerial vehicle. And what is UAVs or UAS? Like it is system which includes drone as well as the communication system, ground control and the antennas. It is also called remotely piloted aircraft system and unmanned aerial systems. So all synonyms you should know, so there will be no confusion in the future. Excuse me. So how drones fly? It is basically with the Newton's third law, and how whenever the propeller spins, it pushes air downward, and it is in a simple language because there are many freshers, and I would like to explain in the layman terms. Right? So how it is stable? Suppose this is a quadcopter, so the diagonally rotating propellers will be in the same direction. Like these are the 1 and 3 are in the clockwise direction, and 2 and 4 are in the anti-clockwise direction to balance. Right? Then how it goes forward? If you see the increasing the rotation of the rate of the rotors 3 and 4, the rear ones, and the decrease the rate of the rotations of 1 and 2. So it will go in the direction of 1 and 2, right? So there will be obviously weight, drag, motion as you are aware of the basic aerodynamics and aircraft fly, right? So always there is a discussion. Drone rules are keep changing. So I would like to take you literally to the what drone rule says, DGCA rules. My internet is visible for you.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Yes. So this link also I will send you. Okay, there are 40 plus pages, and first half is Hindi and second half is English. Okay. So one by one, whenever you are having time, please go through it, because if you are entering in a game, you should know the rules. This is one basic thumb rule, right? And these are the latest rules which are released in the on the 25th August 2021. Okay. And if you want to know what are the changes from previous drone, if you are aware that in the June month itself, there was a drone attack on the Pakistan border. So many rules are user friendly now. If you, this is the list of what is the change. So I would like to show you what is the change. Means there were many numbers of forms, like 25, and now it is just 5, and the fees are reduced to just to 4 types of fees. Then there were green area where we can fly, or there is a red zone where we cannot fly, right? Those things are also very much reduced. Weight wise also there is a reduction, and no permission, no takeoff, safety and security features to be notified in the future. Means that was a highly restricted thing, but currently it is on hold. A 6-month lead time will be provided in the for the industry for that. Okay, so if you want to know that what is my area and how can, is it green area or red area, so this is another link. These 3 links I will provide you. This is a DGCA website and Digital Sky platform where airspace map. If hope it is visible for you.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Yeah, suppose we are in the Nasik today, right? So I would like to put a Nasik button, a Nasik key. It will show Nasik map, and just let's wait for Map My India clarity. So is it visible?
Yes.
Yeah, so there is a right side button. If you are seeing here, just click that, and there is a S geozone last button.
Yeah.
Okay. And if there is an airport, then there is a red zone. Then airport yellow means the external boundary. Yellow means the permission is required still. And the green zone is like remote area or the village side area where permission is not required to fly. That will not be shown here. I think it takes time. I'm checking. Or we have seen we are working in many states, like currently Madhya Pradesh or Gujarat or wherever we are working for township planning, smart cities. Our drone pilots are using this map, and we are coordinating with the particular city corporation about the green or red and yellow zones.
So I think we can check it later.
Later also, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought to show it live.
Yeah. No,
Okay, fine.
We can leave it as it is. So we will give a time to load it, and then at the end of the session, we will check it again.
Yes, yes.
Yep.
So it will be handy for you. Shall I put it now?
Yes, sir. You can put these links in our chat box also.
In the chat itself.
Yeah.
Quickly, I will just send without delaying and.
You can put these links to the chat box also, sir.
Yes,
And
I have
also share
sent.
this particular slide with me. So I will personally share this slide with the participants also. That
Sure,
particular
sure,
one slide only. Okay,
sure,
those who
sure.
want the links, please check the chat box. In the chat box, there are 3 links. Sir has put the links. You can just copy and paste those links in your uh, WordPad or notepad. Okay. Yes, sir.
Sure.
Please continue.
Thank you. The DGCA guideline shows there are types of five types of drones. Nano drone is less than 250 grams, and luckily it can be flown. It can be flown in the indoor also, and it is not required any license. Micro drone categories is 250 grams to 2 kg. Small drone is weighing from 2 kg to 25 kg, and medium from 25 to 150, and large UAVs are weighing more than 150 kilograms. So what is inside of drone? Always wondered, right? So I'm showing the on the ground there is a system of remote control system and communication system. In the drone itself, there are batteries and motor and propeller on that I'm showing on the next slides also. This is the battery, it regulates power to the drone. And ESC, it is like electronic speed controller, which is the circuit that regulates speed to be supplied to the drone motor during the flight. Global positioning system, satellite system. This is a basic GPS, right? And brushless motors, it is like changing DC to AC, like direct current to alternative current. There is a flight control, which controls main board of the drone, and camera. There are types of cameras like daytime camera or night vision cameras for taking photos and broadcasting videos, aerial surveillance, nighttime surveillance, and those applications I will show you ahead. Major battery and brushless, motors, some cameras are still needed to import. There is a little dependency. But Indian government is supporting in a huge way for Make in India. So we are expecting bright future. There are many advantages and disadvantages of drones. If we'll see or we will talk the advantages side, military, civil and commercial applications, because some aircrafts or what to say, helicopter applications are there are some limitations, and the drones are readily available, and the work can be done in the less cost. Drones can be flown in the dangerous environments also, and what to say, it can save lives with the whenever we will go to in the difficult areas or in the what to say disaster management time, right? And the disadvantages are also there, like privacy of civilians are under threat. It means on the road or in the buildings, it can be working as a surveillance camera, then spying to the enemy. From the enemy also difficult for us. Cannot refuel in the flight situation, like in the airplane or fighter be refilled. So there is no provision. If that drone itself is having 35 minutes or 40 minutes, maximum 1 hour flying time, it should be landed after that. It is sometimes weather dependent. Suppose if it is a rainy time or cloudy time or windy time, it cannot be flown. And if there is a human mistakes, then there can be accidents. Computer malfunction will be again dangerous because it is remotely piloted, right? It can be hacked also. So we have seen drones till now. Now we are seeing applications. So I'm starting with a good thought. Knowledge is not the power until it's applied. So let's go for the applications. Huge applications I would like to show you. This is just a diagram, but aerial photography and geographic mapping or wildlife monitoring, search and rescue, agriculture, entertainment, and we would like to discuss one by one. So if you'll see a basic flying just for the learning and all, less skill and less money is required for that. For pizza delivery, for example, as compared to the pizza cost, it will be a high costly delivery and but the less skill, right? Progressing, updating photos require little less money but a little higher side of skill. But marketing videos, aerial mapping, point clouds require higher cost and higher skill. Experienced people can use the drone, that type of drone. So if you see the pie chart, use of the drones is photography 40%, 40+%. Then real estate is in second number, 20+%, and construction, agriculture, education, science, research, and everything. Right. So for public safety and management, as you know that there is a cyber security or disease control or emergency response, search and rescue, humanitarian aid and disaster relief. Many places drones can be used. Critical infrastructure and all I will discuss in the future slides also. Traffic management. Imagine there are two signals and between two signals there is a distance of particular 1 kilometer. So we know that there are surveillance camera on the signal side, but in between the area cannot be tracked. So drones can be used that time. It will improve the traffic time and the fuel consumption due to that easy, smooth traffic transitions. Suppose there are some accidents or any mishap happen on the road, that can be managed. This is a night surveillance. Hope it is visible, that video is visible for you.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Yes, in the cities. So road monitoring, traffic guidance, traffic activity analysis, license plates reading, for example, any criminal activity is happening and that person or that particular vehicle can be chased by the drones. And because there will be night surveillance camera, HD camera, like 10x zoom cameras, thermal cameras. Suppose there is a mishap of oil leaks or any other accidents, as I showed, can be traced by the drones. Nowadays, police are also taking help of the drones, chasing suspects or crime scene investigations, search rescue, disaster reliefs, car plane and any boating accidents, chasing. Fighters also are using for fire extinguishing or package deliveries, and this is the talk of town we are always discussing. If you are seeing the Swiggy company, they are already starting the testing. Google Pack Dunzo also started the drone pilot, the drone deliveries, and this is the news of June month this year. Why package deliveries? Because it will save time, energy, and it will have less expenses for the company who are giving the services. But there are some disadvantages also, as I showed you, that it should be comparable to the cost of the product also, which is delivered. Maybe in the future, supply versus demand, right? So in the future, suppose the cost will be lesser and lesser, and that time it may be beneficial, but all things are under trial. So various applications we will see. Name any field and just drone it, my friends. Any field and the drone is applicable there. Sometimes drone word we are thinking limited. It is a limited word for aerial only, but I would like to show you huge applications. There are underwater drones also called hydro plus drone, like hydrones, marine explorations, oceanography, underwater rescue, sea animal critters, and ocean toxicity monitoring system. Many places human being cannot be reached underwater, and ocean toxicity. All companies and cities waste water is going to ocean, and that toxicity can be checked by the typical drones. Many creatures cannot be touched by or reached by human beings. suppose enemies have happened and any human beings or any living beings are struggling in the underwater, that time rescue can be managed by the drones. On the land, there is assess land topography, aerial search and rescue. Military applications are huge, like spying, arsenal, heat sensor detection at the night time. Drone swarming, you know that honeybee swarming, group attack of honeybees, same kind of military applications by drone attacking also can be possible. Generating maps that we will be discussing in the future slides. And security, suppose there is a huge area of shopping mall or residential area, that times security people cannot reach every and each location that their drone can be used. In the air, as you know that as the altitude increases, the air pressure varies, and air pressure can be checked by the drones, tropical cyclone study, and tornado analysis. Yes, in the definition itself, recoverable and expendable word we have seen, right? So obviously these cyclones and tornado may hit our drone and our drones can be lost. Yes, it is possible. So I said you that expendable drones are also there. But before that, the data will be recovered before it is getting lost. Till that, the data will be recovered. That things can be analyzed. Right, in the space also there are huge applications like weather forecasting, communication system, space telescope, planetary drones, comets and asteroid study, where human beings are reaching of human beings is impossible. Space explorations, right? So like thinking beyond imagination. Now one by one, little detail we will go. Not those all again different things, like kind of Airbus company also started their own Airbus Aerial, one subsidiary where drones can be used to the surface or campus check. Suppose there are any cracks or any dents on the surface of the outer surfaces of the aeroplane. Airbus A380 kind of aeroplane, you may know that those are like huge body, 500 plus seaters, double story, right? In the agriculture, yes, India is a main agriculture land, 70 plus percentage. So I would like to go in the detail. This is unmanned aerial agriculture system. Low altitude view by drones is possible around 120 meters. And why we are doing this? Because every time we cannot be depend on the satellite images or the helicopter images. And you know that in India, there is a huge population. So the lands are also small. It's not like that 100 acres land or we are having the gunta mantri we say, right? So first of all, the crops can be aerially traced. The irrigation problems can be traced. Advanced sensors capture data from the infrared as well as the visual spectrum. The crops per week, per hour, or per month can be traced, and the images can be animated to see that what is the change across that particular time to understand. There are ups and downs in the and sometimes at the particular area the water accumulates, right? That can be checked within few months, that area how it behaves with higher amount of water that side, if there are pesticides not spraying well or if it is not working well, how the pests or insects are affecting the agriculture area also can be traced periodically. So crop surveys, AgriGSS, like agri industries is using this survey as I discussed with you. Crop monitoring services, harvest monitoring, GPS enabled harvesters and transports, enables management. Then relatively chlorophyll maps, that green part of that plant, right? Nitrogen status. Then NDVI means normalized difference vegetation index. It shows the differences in the plant vigor, which is the combination of leaf area and its greenness, as I said you. The soil brightness, in India, various types of soils like black, brown, or gray. In the browns also there are many shades, right? So that brightness maps and soil analysis can be possible. So this unmanned aerial agriculture system, given brief view that NDVI, then soil brightness map, aerial view of crop pattern, harvest monitoring. It will help for the crop health and crop stress monitoring, crop yields potential, time series animation of crop pattern. It is helping at the end to the farmers for the ground physical changes and crop behavioral to the different variable inputs. This is a typical photo of agriculture spray. Aerial survey and mapping, land survey, mining survey, and for the area using fixed wing drone. If there is a huge area that can be covered by the fixed wing, because it will have a high duration to fly. Hope you have seen the tractor tracing tractor trail on the particular agriculture field, zigzag way. Same way drone can be flown, but it will reduce the time. It will cover the land within few minutes for spraying or analyzing also. In the land survey, there are ups and downs of the altitude, and if you are seeing that there is a red and green and blue area which is showing that ups and downs of that land, right? Mining and all I will show you ahead. Road corridor mapping and railway corridor mapping also possible by the drones. The premises of the road and railway track can be checked if there are any expansion required or any illegal things are happening, and quality and safety of the road and railway lines can be checked. Aerial survey and mapping, the huge high altitude towers, then solar panel areas of many acres, then the bridges on the rivers can be analyzed, can be checked if there are any damages, cracks, or any repairs required, or if any particular river side or valley side, if there is a possibility of new building of bridges is possible or not, that feasibility also can be checked. It's like before bridge I am talking. And advertisement, flex type of advertising, box branding, event aerial photography, coupon, chocolate or flower drop. Many things can be done by the drones. Hope you have seen a particular marriage or any bigger events, kind of political events are nowadays covered by the drones. And in the media also, personalized media, file diary, documentary journalism, then news update, travel update, interviews, video blogging called vlogging can be possible. Means till now we were seeing a cameraman and the speaker person was there in every news channel, but the cameraman is getting replaced by the drones nowadays, slowly. Forest management. Why drones are using in the forest management? Because there are poaching, mining, or illegal logging activities, encroachment in the encroachment zone, and verification of boundaries can be possible. After forest, there is a residential or human being area, right? So many illegal things happening at that location due to that nearby access. But yes, drone can be used there. And why? Because high resolution 15 centimeter per pixel to 1 centimeter per pixel satellite images and helicopter management is little costly and little high, it is a little higher, little higher altitude. So the drones are having cost-effective application in this way. So that data generation, after that drone photo shoot, like 3D trees and ortho photos, digital elevation models, canopy surface models, 3D landscape, those things can be post-processed on the computers and can be analyzed. Yes, obviously, there is a discussion what are the advantages and disadvantages of drones as compared to the satellite imagery, aerial photography by aeroplane or helicopters, and to the comparison to the ground monitoring GPS systems, right? Yes, but I would like to show the advantages of drones. Cost-effective imagery can be acquired on demand anytime, very high resolutions, because helicopter or satellite images will have that cloud disturbance in between, and drones are flown on the little lower altitude, right? So typically it is unaffected by the cloud coverage, as I said you. Excellent positional accuracy and georeference capacity. Yes, there are disadvantages like relatively small single flight coverage. It is half an hour, 1 hour, and regulations, restrictions are there by governments. As I said, you red area and yellow area, operations susceptible to the weather. Sometimes if it is a rainy season, it is difficult. No canopy penetrations unless heavy lidar payload. Heavy lidar payload is required. Light detection and difficult to reconstruct imagery with few tie points. Okay, like water or sand like locations. For construction and the insurance industry, as I said you, there are some huge areas of 1 lakh or 2 lakh square feet of shopping malls or residential areas where each and every place locations people or the security watchmen cannot reach. There are some buildings, ancient buildings, 100-year or 400-year-old, that bridges on buildings at the top of the places. Suppose there is a crack or any issues, those can be traced by the drones. Suppose there is any night vision required, the thermal imaging recording, or what to say, night surveillance also possible. Quarries and minerals. The traditional GNSS survey will have some gap to cover, but the drone survey will have more accuracy as compared to that. As I said you that there are altitudes and steep terrains or harsh weather conditions can be traced. Shock, abrasion, dust and dirt when operating in mining sites, that can be checked in the advance. So it will have employees safety with a low cost, right? And there are types of maps can be prepared after the shoot. Orthomosaic maps, 3D point clouds, digital terrain model, 3D textured mesh. Sand mine monitoring. This is a national phenomena that there are always illegal things happening on the riverside or lakeside at the time or at the place of the sand excavation, right? So what the drones will do? Drones will, the sand excavated will be stored, but the drone monitoring can be traced the volume calculation periodically, and if there is any illegal things can be traced, the data can be generated and periodically analyzed. Medical field. Hope you have seen that news. Medicine by air or COVID vaccines by air. The Telangana state has already tested and launched. This is a recent news only. Drone is a not limited word, but I would like to show you ultrasonography exploration, dislodging clogged arteries in our body, This is a fingertip and the small drone is on that. And endoscopy procedures, colonoscopies, intestine performance analysis, you can say. Application in education, what we are doing now, we are currently doing that education only, right? Knowledge sharing. So particularly students can experience the flying or learning the flying of drones. They can learn for about the repairing of the drones. They can learn the physics of the drones, how it flies. In experiments also, there are strange animals and we cannot go behind them everywhere in the forest. So one drone can be fixed on any particular animal or any bird, and we can check their behavior. Volcanology experimentation. Again, this is expendable drone. The drone may be lost at the end, but the data will be recovered. New species of animals and plant search, time lapse on flora. Hope you have seen the sprouts growing up and becoming the small trees and bushes that can be traced. Time lapse shoot, cryptozoology investigation, strange animals, tracing undiscovered tribes exploration where normal human being cannot reach, where threats and some dangerous things will be there. Those can be traced by drones. Yes, drones are used in the entertainments. I would like to show you, this is a visual art. Enjoy this video. Disney type of companies which are with this visual arts. This is a typical light show by a group of drones. These are the floating projection screens. And drone puppeteers also possible. Drone puppeting. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let's go ahead. Yes. So photographies and shooting, pre-wedding shoot or any political occasion can be, or any occasions basically can be shoot by drones, readily available, easily operable. Filmmakers are also nowadays shooting the OTT platforms and web series. Huge and professional competitions also, where drones are in the racing, gaming, and the events are organizing with the best monetary prizes. Fitness and sports, hope you are watching Indian cricket or IPL matches or badminton, tennis. That time drones are used for particular from the particular angle for better views also, as well as for better decisions sometimes. The games like marathons or car racings everywhere, the audiences or the public cannot watch all locations due to the huge track layer. That time drones can be put to the shoot, and it will cover all the race or what to say, marathon kind of activities. Small cities and urban planning. Yes, our own Edall Systems company is having a department of services where we are always busy with the smart city urban planning work. We have reached already up to 16 states, from Gujarat to Madhya Pradesh, Orissa to Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra also we have come before. And Yes, there is a rural area or in the city also higher altitude buildings, green area, or the what to say that hut areas that can be planned. Any particular water management or pollution level checking, or what to say solar panel feasibility on the terrace can be checked. Many advantages. Today machine learning is also helping for the post processing and analyzing for the municipal corporations. So what to do in the next, right? Weather forecasting. There are some limitations to go in the sea for human being, where hardwares and softwares can be used with the drones. It offers versatile options that can physically follow the weather, like clouds monitoring and weather forecasting. For wildlife, as we have seen the forest for green side, but the wildlife, wild animals can be traced. Hundreds of species are estimated, and some species can be traced periodically. If they are existing, they are traveling with their what to say crowd, or there are illegal things happening for some animal killing, or what to say animal theft that can be traced. Waste management in the oceans or any locations can be analyzed and managed by drones. So what next? As we have discussed, the drone is unmanned aerial vehicle, but believe me, or if you are already seeing, manned aerial vehicles are also coming into picture. This is a typical 2 to 4 seater drone which is flying in the air at the seaside of the Dubai. And that is another topic which can be discussed later also, the manned aerial vehicles. But this is just wanted to show you at the last slide. There are robotaxis and vertical airports are called vertiports, which are in the testing phase majorly. Still, those things are happening in Europe side, like helicopters, or in Dubai side for some police's emergency. But slowly going forward, as there is a huge population and traffic management issues, and people are having emergency to travel, so this is going to come into future. Yes. So these are the references. I would like to give these slides to sir also. And yes, thanks to you for patiently watching and listening. This is also a drone visualization group of drones. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much